Let it be known that Marjorie of House Tyrell and Joffrey of the houses Lannister and Baratheon are one heart, one flesh, one soul.
With this kiss, I pledge my love.
We have a new queen.
Better her than you.
Yeah. So I take it, it's Marjorie, I take it she's older than Joffrey, surely.
Proportionate to what?
The expected extravagance. You might find it suits you. Not now, Mace. Lord Tywin and I are speaking. Anyway, I don't know what you're complaining about. I'm paying my share.
So that's her dopey son or whatever she called him.
To commemorate your generosity.
Wars are rather expensive. The Iron Bank will have its due.
I'm not worried about the Iron Bank.
We both know you're smarter than that. Come, Tywin, let us celebrate young love.
All taken care of.
You saw her board the ship.
Aye, she's on it.
No one knows she's there but you, me, and Varys.
How do you know?
Because if someone follows me without an invitation, I'm the last person they ever follow. I know you don't want to believe it, but she is. Now, go drink until it feels like you did the right thing.
I haven't had the opportunity to tell you how sorry I was to hear about your brother. War is war, but killing a man at a wedding, horrid. What sort of monster would do such a thing?
As if men need more reasons to fear marriage.
My lady, my lady.
Lord Tyrion, you see, not as bad as all that. Perhaps if your pauper husband were to sell his mule and his last pair of shoes, he might be able
Tormund's
to
grown up a bit, hasn't he?
for a visit.
So really now there shouldn't be a reason why, what's her name? Cersei's daughter couldn't come back.
Very good. Off you go. Everyone, the Queen would like to say a few words.
To thank the gods for bringing the recent...
If you were to marry Cersei, she'd murder you in your sleep. If you somehow managed to put a child in her first, she'd murder him too, long before he drew his first breath. Luckily for you, none of this will happen, because you'll never marry her.
And neither will you.
Ooh. Told you, didn't they?
Your Grace, my king, my queen.
Lady Brienne, so good of you to come.
You're the one who put a sword through Renly Baratheon.
That's not true, my love. Brienne had nothing to do with it.
Shame. I'd knight the man that put an end to that deviant's life.
You're Lord Selwyn-Tarth's daughter. That makes you a lady whether you want to be or not. I owe you my gratitude. You returned my brother safely to King's Landing.
In truth, he rescued me, Your Grace. More than once.
Sworn to Renly Baratheon, sworn to Catelyn Stark, and now my brother. Must be exciting to flit from one camp to the next, serving whichever lord or lady you fancy.
It's always something with her, isn't there?
No, come to my chambers and I will examine you personally.
She'll do no such thing.
Ah, Your Grace, I am a man of learning.
My little brother had you sent to the Black Cells when you annoyed him. What do you think I could do to you if you annoyed me?
I never meant to annoy anyone.
But you are. You're annoying me right now. Go to the kitchens and instruct them that all the leftovers from the feast will be brought to the kennels.
Your Grace, Queen Marjorie...
The Queen is telling you the leftovers will feed the dogs.
Oh, she's such a bitch. She's so bitter, isn't she?
You're in rather a good mood.
Suppose I am.
Won't ask why.
Small pleasures.
Your Grace, Lord Tywin.
Prince Oberyn.
I don't believe you have met Ilaria. This is the Lord Hand, Tywin Lannister, and Cersei Lannister, the Queen Regent. I suppose it is former Queen Regent now. Giving up your regal responsibilities, wearing the crown for so many years must have left your neck a bit crooked.
Noblemen in my part of the country don't enjoy the same lifestyle as our counterparts in Dorne.
People everywhere have their differences. In some places, the highborn frown upon those of low birth. In other places, the rape and murder of women and children is considered distasteful. What a fortunate thing for you, former Queen Regent, that your daughter Myrcella has been sent to live in the latter sort of place.
Clear the floor! There's been too much amusement here today. My lords, my ladies.
He is not.
I give you the roar of the Five Kings!
Traitor! You're a traitor!
Pay each of them 20 gold when this is done.
Yes, my lord.
I'll have to find another way to thank the king.
I'm the king of the north!
Well fought! Here you are. Champion's purse. Though, you're not the champion yet, are you? A true champion defeats all their challengers. Uncle, how about you? I'm sure they have a spare costume.
You little prick.
One taste of combat was enough for me, Your Grace. I would like to keep what remains of my face. I think you should fight him. This was but a poor imitation of your own bravery on the field of battle. I speak as a first-hand witness.
Oh, you.
My love, come back to me. It's time for my father's toast.
Uncle, you can be my cupbearer, seeing as you're too cowardly to fight.
Your Grace does me a great honor.
It's not meant as an honor.
I mean, at least I think sort of Sansa is realizing that, you know, Tyrion is... I'll save it afterwards.
Bring me my goblet.
At least he's showing his true colours in front of all these people, isn't he?
What good is an empty cup? Fill it. Kneel. Uncle! Where are you going?
I thought I might change out of these wet clothes, Your Grace.
No. No, you're perfect the way you are. Well, hurry up, this pie is dry. Good.
If it please Your Grace, Lady Sansa is
No.
very tired.
No, you'll wait here.
Your Grace.
It's nothing.
He's choking!
I'm the poor boy!
Oh shit, has he been poisoned?
Joffrey!
Joffrey!
Come with me now.
Joffrey!
If you want to live, you have to leave.
Joffrey!
Oh shit.
He poisoned my son, your king. Take him. Take him! Take him! Take him!
Wow. Wow, what an episode. I did not expect that at all. Yeah, that's just another prediction that's just completely gone, because I had Joffrey was gonna have Tywin killed. Yeah, obviously not. Yeah, let's go through it. It started off with Ramsay having a bit of a hunt of a girl. It just shows again what sort of kind of psychotic bastard he is. Yeah, killing people is a sport to him, isn't it? Yeah, he's just absolutely cruel, and he just enjoys inflicting pain on others. Yeah, sick, and you can just see how scared Theon is. Yeah, he's completely, I don't know if it's the word is brainwashed Theon, but yeah, he's definitely got Theon under control, doesn't he? Yeah, I hope something really bad is going to happen to him. Not Theon, but Ramsay. He would deserve that, definitely. Then we had the conversation with Jaime and Tyrion, and I was a little bit disappointed. I was sort of looking for like an epic conversation with them too, because you know they are quite close in that. But I mean, we did get out of it that Bronn was going to be sort of training Jaime on sword fighting. So, well, obviously with his left hand. So I thought that was quite good. And then we saw Bronn. Yeah, we saw Bronn training Jaime, so I thought that was quite good. I like Bronn; he's quite a funny character. So yeah, him and Jaime are sort of the same person, just from, I suppose, different yeah, circumstances in a way, aren't they? I hope you know what I mean. Then we had the Ramsay and Bolton sort of conversation, whereas yeah, obviously Bolton was not happy with what Ramsay had done to Theon, because Theon was going to be like a bargaining chip with for Bolton. He was going to use him, and obviously Theon is not whole, so he can't use them as he wanted to. So he's obviously not happy with Ramsay. But we sort of did get out of it that, you know, Ramsay's got Theon well trained, and he got a lot more information out of Theon that probably what Bolton would have gotten out of Theon had he traded him for something. Because obviously Ramsay got out of Theon that you know, the two youngest Stark boys, Bran and Rickon, they're not dead, and that Jon, I was a bit surprised that they didn't know who Jon was. I thought that was like well known that Jon was Ned's bastard, but clearly not. But yeah, obviously they were told that Jon was at Castle Black. So yeah, we'll see what happens there, but yeah, we'll see. And we had sort of like the gift presentation, and you can just see that you know, there is this friction between Joffrey and Tyrion. You know, it's pretty clear, isn't it? Joffrey is just never gonna forgive Tyrion or Sansa for what's happened in the past. So we met Marjorie's father, which I think that was a good explanation when we first met Olenna. She thought her son was weak, and he does come across as weak. So I thought that was quite funny to see how he looked like and sort of how he behaved. Probably a bit too polite in this world, isn't he? So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, and obviously with the book, that I don't know if it was a dig at Joffrey, because they've had these powerful, when Tyrion gave Joffrey that book, I don't know if it was a dig because, you know, you had these powerful people with the dragons and that, and Joffrey was weak. So I don't know, that was sort of a dig from Tyrion towards Joffrey. And then obviously Joffrey got the Valyrian sword, which I think it must have been Ned's, surely, because he had like the execution sword, which was like massive. So yeah, I think that was Ned's. But yeah, if you can confirm it, that would be awesome, because I don't want to keep thinking about was it or wasn't it. I think it was, but yeah, please confirm if you can. So yeah, Joffrey used the sword on the book, and yeah, it was sort of like a bit of a dominance thing, wasn't it? Then we have had Tyrion's conversation with Shae. He wants her out, and you know, you can't blame him. She doesn't realize how much danger she's in. Oh, I wonder if she was the one who could have poisoned Joffrey. I don't know. No, that's just a thought. But yeah, obviously Tyrion got her out of there with Bronn's help. I hope she has left, because, you know, it's just too dangerous for her, and I really like her. I hope she's going to be able to come back somehow, but no, definitely the right decision to have her leave. It's heartbreaking, because he had to be cruel to be kind, in a way, didn't he? To save her life, you know, he had to be a bit of a bully in that situation, and it's just heartbreaking to see, because they do love each other. You know, it's very clear, and yeah, you don't want to see that happening. So yeah, it's a shame, but it is what it is in that situation. Then we had the whole God of Light down at the beach. And it looked like Miss Elandre was, you know, quite pleased with burning these people, which turned out to be whose father was it? Was it Selyse's father? I can't remember now, but yeah, obviously somebody close to them, and Selyse was just like, she's not right in her head. I mean, I thought Lisa at the Vale was a bit crazy, but this woman here is, yeah, she's completely lost it. I don't really know what to say. I mean, it almost seemed like, you know, they were quite pleased with killing these people, which I don't agree with. You know, war is one thing, but sacrificing people and that is just like, no. That's no. I'm not behind that whatsoever. It seems more like a cult than like a belief or religion. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very like cult-like, in my opinion. Yeah. And then you had obviously them having a conversation, and Selyse was like something about her daughter, Shireen, saying that she was the product of something evil or something like. I'm not quite sure what she said, but that's sort of what I read into it, and she wants her gone. And obviously, Stannis was like, "You do not touch my you do not touch my daughter," and I'm quite glad he took a stand there, because, you know, I love I love Shireen, you know, she's a really good kid and a very interesting character. So you don't want to see her hurt. And you saw as well when Mr. Landry came and had the conversation with her, she was like, oh, you're asking these questions. It's like, no, silly. Shireen was not asking questions. She was telling her this is how it is. You know, I'm not asking you if this is how your religion is. I'm telling you this is what I see. So I quite like that. That's how it came across to me. That, you know, she was not asking. She wasn't interested. You know, she was basically telling Mr. Landry, and no, this is what I see. So it's nice to see she's definitely got an opinion of her own. You know, she's not one of these yes people. She can think for herself, and you know, you have to respect that. It doesn't matter how old you are. I love that. So we'll see what happens there. I hope she's gonna survive and be quite a strong character. I love to see that. Then you had the Bran going through summer to hunt. It confused me a bit because it sounded like what's his name? His friend's name. I can't remember now what his name is, and that's ridiculous because he's been in a few episodes now. But it kind of sounded like they were warning Bran that he shouldn't be going through the animals as much as he was doing, because he could end up becoming the animals or staying in the animals or something. That's how it came across, that the connection would be too strong and he would be stuck in the animal or something like that, and then forget who, you know, everybody else was, including himself. That's sort of how I understood that. So so Bran would just basically be a shell, and his spirit or whatever would live in the animal or something. I'm not quite sure what that meant, but we saw him going to the old like guard's tree, and I'm gonna have to go back and look at that because it sort of came across that the tree, it sounds ridiculous, that Bran was seeing the perspective of the trees of what had happened, and they were sort of guiding him to where he would have to go or something like that. That probably wasn't what was happening, but that's how he came across, that he was seeing what the trees saw or something. Yeah, I'm laughing because it's so confusing and it sounds absolutely ridiculous, but yeah, we'll see what happens there. I'm so interested in Bran's story because it's a bit mysterious and it's not quite what you would be expecting. So I cannot wait to see what's going to happen with Bran. Then we had the whole wedding. A bit of a standoff with Jaime and Sir Loras, or Loras. Jaime was like, you know, she'll kill you if you marry her or have kids or whatever, and you'll never marry her, and obviously a bit of jealousy there, a possessiveness, and Laura's like, yeah, well, you'll never marry her either. So that was kind of like in your face kind of thing, and that's what I like about that's what I like about them. They're not afraid of anybody. They can stand up for themselves, and they'll throw some quick line at somebody as well. So I love that family for that. That's why I like to see them win now. It would be awesome. Then we had Cersei. She's so bitter, isn't she? She can't be happy for anybody. There's always something about her, and obviously she was drunk, I would imagine, and Cersei drunk is not a good Cersei, is it? So yeah, she had a few conversations with a few people, and Marjorie was well, Joffrey on behalf of Marjorie was saying, you know, that all the food that was left over should be given to the poor, and Cersei was like telling Pycelle, you know, no, give that to the dogs or the animals or whatever. And I don't know if she was trying to set up Marjorie as being, oh yeah, I promised the people this and that, and then, oh, actually you're not getting it. I don't know if it was something like that she was trying to pull. But yeah, obviously trying to undermine Marjorie. You can see Joffrey as well was very drunk, and Joffrey at the best of times is cruel, and yeah, he's obviously a very cruel, mean drunk. So yeah. What I did get out of that was the fact that how Joffrey was towards Tyrion. You will see Sansa, she was seeing more and more the fact that, you know, Tyrion has tried to help her, and obviously because he's a Lannister she can't trust him, but I think that definitely came across in this episode here, how Tyrion was treated by Joffrey and the family. The Lannisters didn't say anything to Joffrey, you know, to get him to stop bullying Tyrion like that. She definitely saw the fact that, you know, Tyrion was right, you know, he's not part of whatever the Lannisters are doing, you know, he's trying to help her and himself. So I liked that, as well as that when Joffrey was saying to Tyrion he had to be the cupbearer. When he knocked the cup underneath the table, Sansa picked the cup up for Tyrion, so that was quite nice. That was confirming for me that they're on the same page now, definitely. I like the conversation that Prince O, and I can't say his name, so I'm just going to call him Prince O, had with Cersei. Again, it just blew my mind, because I forgot the fact that wherever they're from, that's where Marcella was sent to. So yeah, and obviously where they come from, rapers and that sort of people are not looked at in admiration. Admiration is not the right word, but what he was basically telling Cersei was like, well, you might think that we're lenient toward bastards and that, but at least we don't condone rapes and what have you. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I hope you know what I mean, but yeah, I'm liking him for that. Obviously they got different standards, so I wasn't sure about him in the first episode, but yeah, I'm liking him now. I think it's hard to say. These people are so confusing, but yeah, I like the conversation, and yeah, it just didn't come across, you know, that to me that obviously Marcella, that's where she was sent to, so she's not going to be coming back, is she? I don't think. It's a chip. She's a chip now, isn't she? So yeah. Then you had the little people play with Joffrey. He's just so cruel, not just to the little people, but to Sansa as well, because obviously you had Rob there with the wolf head and that, and he was disrespecting, and now I can't remember their name, their last name, but yeah, Olana's family. Oh my god, I can't remember. It's just, my mind is just so blown at the moment. But yeah, he was just disrespecting Loras as well, wasn't he? With a gay bit, and yeah, he's just an absolute prick. At least it came out that you could see the look on people's face with the play and how he was towards Tyrion. The fact that, you know, he is just a cruel little shit, and there's nothing good about him. At least that's what I took out of it, that people could see the true Joffrey and not sort of what Marjorie was trying to make Joffrey out to be. So yeah, he was so cruel to Tyrion as well, and Tyrion was sort of trying to stand up to him, and it just didn't quite work out for Tyrion, I don't think, in this one. I think Joffrey got the upper hand until he got killed. So yeah, obviously the pie came in, and it looked like when after he'd like cut the pie, something fell out of the pie, and I don't know if that was significant or not, but it just came across that something was dodgy, and don't know if that was the poison that killed Joffrey. Obviously it wasn't Tyrion who had him killed, now it's going to be like, well, who had him killed? Obviously, Cersei thinks that it was Tyrion who had Joffrey killed, but yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have a think about it. I could think it. I mean, if it was Olenna's family, and I don't know why I can't remember their last name, because I want them to win now. You know, it's ridiculous. But I mean, it could even be Tywin who had, you know, this setup. Who knows? You know, you don't know. It's like anybody's a suspect now, aren't they? But yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this, because all my sort of theories and predictions is just completely gone now. But yeah, I wasn't expecting Joffrey to die like that. I was expecting somebody to kill him the way that you know, and I think a lot of people wanted him dead, and I was sort of hoping that maybe Arya would come back and that would be her revenge or something. I don't know, but I was not expecting him to be poisoned. That was going to be the way that he was going to die. Yeah, but yeah, rest in peace, Joffrey. You are no more. The game is going to completely change now. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, I'm going to go to my top 5. Number 1 is Tyrion. I think he did pretty well here, getting Shae out of King's Landing, and he tried to stand up for himself, and he came across that Sansa was definitely on his side now, so he did what he had to do, and yeah, he came out the hero in my eyes. So yeah, he's my number 1 in this one. Number 2 is Sansa. She came to the realization that Tyrion is a good guy and he wants to help her, and she realized that and gave Tyrion the cup when Joffrey kicked it or had it fall. So she can definitely see now that Tyrion isn't what she thought he was. He is definitely trying to help her, so I love them two together. Number 3 is Prince O. He stood up to Sansa, not Sansa, idiot. He stood up to Cersei, and I love that fact. I wasn't quite sure last episode what his intentions were, and that obviously an angry guy, but yeah. He had the upper hand with Cersei there, and obviously they've got Myrcella. I'm not quite sure what's significance that has, but I thought it was quite interesting how he was like, you might think we are one thing, but you know, we have our thoughts about you as well, and what's right and what's wrong. I quite like that. So yeah, number 4 is Olenna. I love the little conversation with Tywin. Yeah, I really like her as a character. I would love it if it's them who, because he was so manipulative towards her, and you know, Marjorie was forced to marry Joffrey. Loras was forced to marry Cersei, and he was being Tywin was being a bit of a prick towards Olenna. So it would be so good if Olenna's camp had this pie poison set up as a, you know, revenge kind of thing. I don't know what I'm saying, but it would be cool. I'd love to see them, the Tyrells, that's their name, Tyrells, have the upper hand there. Yeah. Number 5 is Marjorie. I think she handled the whole Joffrey situation quite well. You could see, like with everybody else, the look in her eyes towards Joffrey, how he was behaving. She was absolutely disgusted by how he was behaving, and she did try to, you know, Joffrey, let's oh, the pie is coming, or oh, look at this or that. She was trying, but Joffrey's too much of a drama queen to listen to her. But I think she held her own in this. Yeah. Bottom number 1 is Joffrey. His behavior in this was absolutely disgraceful, but he is dead now, so at least that's something. I don't know what's going to happen now that he's dead. I just don't have a clue. But yeah, I didn't like the way he was treating Tyrion and Sansa, and the little people in the play. It was absolutely disgusting. So yeah, he was my number 1. Number 2 is Cersei. Again, she's just bitter, and her initial thought was when Joffrey died that it was Tyrion. I mean, you could see Tyrion was shocked himself, so it obviously wasn't him. But she hates him as well as everybody else, but hates him more because he killed her mother. So yeah, she's just been a bitch again towards other people as well. So yeah, Cersei is my number 2. Number 3 is Selyse. She called her daughter a little beast. It's your daughter, you sicko. Yeah, I love Shireen, and I don't want to see her hurt. And Selyse calling her a little beast, and was okay with her family being burnt. No. You're not right in your head. It's no. So yeah, she's my number 3. Number 4 is Ramsay, hunting people for fun. I mean, who does that? And having the dogs kill them. It's cruel, absolutely sick. And yeah, he's got Theon well trained now, doesn't he? Now this character needs to go. Yeah, I don't need to say more, do I? It's pretty clear that why he's number 4. Number 5 is Tywin. He was just sitting back watching the show. He could have done something like he's done before, have put Joffrey in his place. So yeah, that's the reason this time why he's my number 5. There wasn't that many baddies in this one, and I think he could have done more to stand up for his own son being treated like that in front of. It was his own family being embarrassed and humiliated, and he didn't put a stop to it. Yeah, I'm not having that. He shouldn't have Tyrion humiliated like that. If he's so pro his own family that he doesn't want his family name being laughed at, he should have done something to Joffrey. He should have stopped Joffrey. So yeah, he's my number 5. Yeah, very good episode. I love that, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen now. Absolutely mind-blowing, this show. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here, but yeah, I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and on YouTube and Patreon as well. We have had more subscribers in the last few weeks, so yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. And yeah, thank you to Dual React as well for mentioning my name in the past, and I'm pretty sure you got something to do with my new subscribers as well, so thank you guys so much. And yeah, that being said, guys, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in my next episode.